This episode of Sounds of Louisiana was brought to you by Racket Sound, Lighting, and DJ Services. For big production on a musician's budget, contact Bob Tolar at 225-773-4639. On Tuesday, December 2nd, the Louisiana music scene lost a great supporter and a great sound engineer, Mr. Jimmy Bird. We would like to dedicate this episode of Sounds of Louisiana to the memory of Jimmy Bird. You know, the sun never sets on legends, and Jimmy Bird was legendary. With that said, this one's for you, Birdman. May you rest in peace.
Hi, this is Wayne Toups, and you're listening to the Sounds of Louisiana. Hey, ça ici, c'est Wayne Toups. D'après écouter le son de la Louisiane.
All right.
It's me. I guess in the podcasting internet world, whatever, in the cloud, they did not nickname myself, hashtag RDM. And the reason I did that was because now you can put that into Google, and I'm on the first 5 pages.
I can put hash brown RDM in there.
Hashtag. You can put hash brown
Hash
too.
brown.
I'm famous at the Waffle House.
Hash brown RDM.
That's right. We got Wayne Toups is going to be on a little bit later. I did an interview with him. Mudtooth was doing whatever Mudtooth does, so
I was doing Mudtooth things.
yeah, wasn't able to make it for the interview, which Wayne was getting ready for his big cruise.
Oh, you going on a cruise?
He's got the Wayne Toups cruise.
What?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
What they take they got like a party barge or something, or are they going
It's
on like a
actual,
real
like
cruise?
A real, I don't know if it's with Norwegian or the Caribbean thing, but they got the music going, and there's him. I think Ryan Foray Tradition.
I've heard them, but they that's a good band.
Very good.
They're a good band.
And there's a lot of them that's going to be out there rolling on the river, so to speak, with Wayne Toups, I guess.
Wonder
Yes,
what the
indeed.
Po folks is doing.
I have no clue. Hopefully they listening to us. And if they poor, they can go to rrnonline.com and shop through our affiliate link with Amazon.
There you go.
Help us with some production
Hey,
costs.
Christmas time's coming.
It is.
Get in there. You might find you some gifts. You know, something you might want to buy your mama or something.
Hell, you're going to shop at Amazon anyway. You might as well
That's
go
right.
through
Why
our
not?
links and do it.
I can't wait till they start sending the drone to the house. I want to see that. I want to like there to be a knock on the door or something, and I open the door and it's a little flying robot with my package. That's what I can't wait.
You don't think that'd be a little scary?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be scary. Well, I mean, it's not gonna first off, the first few hundred that they send into Texas and Louisiana is getting shot. I mean, that's just happening.
Yeah.
You know.
That is
happening.
Bats. It's a new breed of bats.
Right. It's either getting shot or hit with a bat. I mean, I just, that's happening.
It'd be like the War of the Wars.
Mm-hmm.
War of the Worlds all over again. I got trouble with them W words sometimes.
Yeah, well,
they run together. That's my lips.
Yeah. What you go do?
Can't do nothing. So what's been happening, man?
Man, I just, things has been lovely. Just rolling along at a good clip. We need to play some music.
Yeah.
Sooner or later.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I mean, we're getting in a position.
Yeah.
Getting everything ready to go.
I know you've been busy with you've been busy with your stuff, and that's good.
Yeah, it is. I mean, doing this has opened a lot of doors. As a matter of fact, the outreach last time I checked on the Thunderclap is 17,000 people.
Good Lord.
And we're sitting at a kitchen table again. That's pretty,
How's that, is that, I wonder if that old gal from Vietnam's still listening to us.
There's, I don't know because, honestly, I don't know how to read the stats anymore.
Right, I know it's done got kind of, you ran away from you, but.
Oh, has it?
But I remember, in the first few days, the salad days, as they say, we somebody from Vietnam was listening to us. I remember us talking about that.
Irish Ginger from who is a good friend of mine. She's Belgium.
All right, wait a minute. She's Irish Ginger and she's from Belgium.
That is her name. We'll send a shout out to Irish Ginger. She shares and likes all the stuff.
She redheaded?
Facebook. I have no clue. I've only seen pictures of her on Facebook, and I've networked with her here and there. She's actually she's with Spectrum Music she also has her own show.
She's from Belgium. I wonder if she speaks Flemish.
I
You don't know what that is, do you?
No.
Yeah.
It sounds like some kind of.
That's all right, Irish ginger. See, I'm a little bit more cultured.
Ain't that a shame?
Right. You know, aside, I can't speak any Flemish, but you know, if I could, I would, you know, greet you in whatever your, you know, traditional greeting would be.
Yes,
so,
indeed. There's also
there you go.
The Netherlands, which it may be both of us. I don't know. I haven't worked out all the details yet, but I want to say his name is, and I'm sorry, I didn't bring any notes, and that's a shame.
We don't need notes.
No, we don't. But I want to say his name is Justin Harris, who is he's from Michigan, but he moved to the Netherlands, and
why would he do such a thing?
I don't know. Sales tax. I don't know.
Maybe he likes windmills.
Maybe
or
so.
Tulips or wooden shoes.
But he's got a radio station over there that's pretty popular, and we're gonna
in the Netherlands.
In the Netherlands, man.
Does he speak Dutch?
I have no clue.
Have you ever heard anybody speak Dutch?
No.
Get on YouTube and just Google or just look up a video of somebody speaking Dutch. That's some crazy stuff.
Yes, indeed.
Some crazy stuff. I mean, I'm nothing against the Dutch people. You know, hey, I like Dutch people. But that language is something else.
Yes.
It's something else.
In Louisiana, you hear all different kind of languages. As a matter of fact, Wayne Toups speaks a little French, which at first, and I'm not going to lie, at first I thought, you know, because I wanted to get him to do a drop, so to speak, and say, you know, if you don't mind, you know, and some, I don't know if you've heard it or not. You probably have at the beginning of in the intro, but I asked him to say sounds Louisiana in French. And there was a long pause. And I thought he had hung up. So, this was edited out. I mean, you don't hear him. You don't hear me, you know, hello.
Yeah.
You know. But
you there?
Yeah, he comes back and, you know, he said it, and it was very impressive. It was very cool. But, you know, and then I've heard, you know, some people say other things in French, and I still don't understand it. I've understood that there's different ways to speak, or
you know, the thing about
in different parishes, there's a different language. How does that work?
Well, the thing about Cajun French is now some of the words are the same all over the place, but some of them, like, it'll mean one thing in Perry Park, and it'll mean another thing in Ville Platte, and it'll mean another thing in wherever. And that's kind of odd, but I think that most languages are that way. I think you do have certain things, and we way outside the realm of any kind of music, folks. You just gonna have to bear with me while I digress here. I'm trying to educate you people, so you just listen to me.
Yeah,
all right? I'm gonna teach you something. Like I grew up in Kentwood, right? Now in Kentwood, there's a thing that they say that I have never heard anybody else from any other town say. When something aggravated you, okay, they would say that's thin to me. Thin, as in the opposite of fat. Okay. Now, if I went to New York City and something aggravated me, and I told somebody that was thin to me, they wouldn't know what in the hell I was talking about, right?
I live in Walker. I have no clue what you're talking about.
There you go. And that's not that far, right?
No.
I've never heard anybody outside of Kentwood, Louisiana, use that term in that fashion. I don't know why. And pretty much everybody I know in Kentwood, like if you said that to them, they knew what you was talking about, right? But nobody anywhere else does. So it even happens in the English language. But that's just, you know, something to, you know.
You know, speaking of, I guess this might be a thing from Tickfall.
You go to speaking out Italian now.
Well,
I know a little bit. I can say some dirty words.
Well, you know, our friend Buddy Miller, who
is not Italian.
No, no. But you know, something I picked up from it. More an app.
I've never heard that.
More an app means most likely.
Okay, I get it. You know what that is? It is a contraction, an abbreviation. It's a conglomeration of the word. Now, there's a $5 word for you, conglomeration. More than apt.
Right. And it took me a while, and then I started saying it, and then I would say it and wouldn't know what it meant. But I do that a lot.
That's like pretty near.
Yes, indeed. Hey, did you hear about the lawsuit from BNI?
Yes.
BMI, I'm sorry, on the Peppies.
Yeah.
Or Peppies.
Poppies.
How do you say that?
Which is a fine Mexican restaurant, for a local Mexican restaurant.
They ain't been 1,000.
Yeah, but I will say this: they do have live music in there. They support some local guys, and several nights a week. So you can go by there and listen to some music while you have some, get down on some Mexican food. But this foolishness about like evidently there's some sort of fee that BMI thinks that they need to pay, and they call it some kind of license fee. I call it the BMI I'll leave you alone fee. They just trying to shake people down, and the only reason they doing that shit is because they ain't making the money you usually make. Because everybody can download free music now, and everybody's crying about it, right? So some people, and look, don't get me wrong, man. You ought to go buy, if you want you a record, listen to me.
Actually, the records they making a comeback.
I know, you're right.
That's
you're
crazy.
Right. Look, how many of y'all, show of hands right now, and I can see you. Okay, I can see you. How many of y'all ever went to Radio Shack and bought a record needle? Show of hands. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I see you.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Right, see? Now, but that's not many of us, right? But anyway, people don't know how good they got it nowadays. I remember if you wanted to get a song, like let's say you didn't want to buy the record, right? You want to get a song, so you gonna record it off the radio. You get your big Radio Raheem boombox, because everybody had a big Radio Raheem boombox, and you had to wait. You had to, first off, you had to get a spot where you had good reception, because you didn't want no static and nothing. So you get put your little tinfoil on that antenna, make sure it's coming in good, and then you wait and you wait and you wait, and they play that, and you got to be ready, and they play that song where you hit your record button, and everything's going good, and about that time, the damn DJ comes on there and starts talking at the end of it, and that just ruins all your shit.
It does.
Now you don't even have you click of a button, you can find the most obscure song ever.
YouTube.
Yeah, you can find anything you want. It's a wonderful, wonderful time for music, but it's also the time of I'm gonna go jack up the Mexican restaurant because I need some money.
Well, I mean, BMI, they go, I guess, in a way, they claim they're looking out for the artist. Whatever. But
and they may be, but at the same time, how is a Mexican restaurant at Denham Springs, Louisiana? How much are they cutting into BMI's profit margin?
10 counts worth.
Yeah,
according to the lawsuit that was filed Monday. 10 counts.
But see, that's the thing. But put a number on that. I mean, put a monetary figure on that.
That's a lot of bean burritos.
Right.
That's what that is, bro.
How much money? I mean, because you think about it, is every barroom in Los Angeles, California, paying this damn fee? Is every barroom in Las Vegas, Nevada, paying this damn fee? Is every barroom or place that has live music in Chicago, Illinois, or any major city in this United States of ours paying this fee? I'm gonna go after the Mexican joint in Denham Springs, Louisiana, because by God, it might be a compliment. Maybe they saying, you know what, these guys have got something going on, so we need to get in there and jack with them, right? I don't know what they're trying to do, but
unless you have a name, like a good name for yourself, though. I mean, and they're going after this is for cover music. How many people go out and listen to original music?
Right.
I mean, do you go out when you go out? You want to hear somebody sing a bunch of original songs?
If I do, they better be good.
Like really good.
Like they better, like it better be some damn like John Prine shit. I like the equivalent of.
Right.
Like I want to, if I'm going out and it's gonna be some dude doing a bunch of original stuff, it better be some, it better be some fucking profound Mark Twain shit that something that like strikes to the center of my soul.
Well, not knocking, WAFB Channel 9, but, they come out
Louisiana's news channel.
Right. They come out on Facebook with this. They
come out on Facebook with a lot.
And it's usually 2 or 3 days late. But in which, they filed, it was actually Monday when the news actually broke. They reported on it today. And at the end of it, they did the stupidest thing, I think. They said, what do should the bar owners
or should the bands?
Or should the bands?
Well, I can tell you what ain't going to happen.
Yeah.
The band ain't paying it.
No.
All right, that ain't going to happen. BMI, I want you to listen to me, okay? The band ain't paying nothing because the band don't exist. The band can evaporate.
Quick.
It can just cease to be in the next 5 minutes. You will never get anything out of the band.
And they'll never know our real names anyway.
No. You will never get anything out of the band. It's not going to happen.
No, but all serious. There was a lot of people on there. It was kind of disrespectful, to any musician. With the people, the non-musicians. It's going to be, the band should be responsible.
Nah, people don't know nothing.
The musicians should be responsible. You know what? If we're responsible, pay us that extra $100 to pay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, what you going to do, right? That's going to be the cost of doing business now? Okay, fine. Give me I tell you what, Mr. Bar owner, pay or restaurant owner or whatever, give me $100 extra a night so I can pay the license fee, which really means that you're paying it. So what are we doing here? We tap dancing.
Well, I think the bar owners and the musicians, I think for once they're going to see eye to eye on this. I think it's going to be a fight against BMI.
Rise up.
It's us against them.
Rise up.
And shout out to David Cornett with the Hometown Band, who was the first musician I seen. They may have been more, but I seen in the comments who went off on the non-musicians that were saying,
Get him, son.
Yes.
I like old Dave. He's a good cat.
Very good guy. Oh, the whole band's they're some good people.
Mm-hmm.
They got a new bass player. I think I don't know his name.
They
call him Icebox.
What was his name? Don.
Well, Don is. I think he took a sabbatical. I think he's doing something else.
Well, and, Don, we wish you well.
Yes, indeed.
But the rest of them are good cats. Is Matt still singing well?
Matt, he's the he's the
front man still.
He's the man. He's the head honcho. He's
something
else.
He's a ball of fire. He is a ball of fire.
Yes, indeed.
He's all go, no quit.
And here's another little bit of breaking news. One of our, do I say one of our own, or do I say, I don't know how, he's a drummer, so he's on a different level than we are. Randy, the Animal Porter, is going to make his debut on MTV Ridiculousness.
I cannot wait to see we've all seen the video. Well, you and I have. I cannot wait to see like how they're going to present it on this show. Now, Randy, and I know that they've told you this, they're going to make fun of you. All right, and that's okay.
He don't
because look, I know he don't. I know this man absolutely does not care. Okay, but and hey, if you can't laugh at yourself, what are we doing here? But I literally cannot wait to see. That's gonna be. I bet he's gonna have like 10 million likes in about 5 minutes.
It's just a fact of if you can get on Facebook, if he's got the gumption, not the gumption, but I guess the gonads to are comfortable with himself. Yeah, he does. But if he's comfortable enough with his manhood,
you can see him when he wears that.
Yeah. To take a picture of himself in a bikini, God bless you.
An American flag bikini, because, damn it,
he's doing it
these
for the country.
colors don't run.
No. You might run from Randy when he's wearing
these
the colors.
Don't run.
But, he
God
don't
bless
care.
America.
He don't care.
He don't. The man absolutely just. It is what it is, and you can like it or not. He really don't give a shit one way or the other.
No, and he's one of the nicest guys really you'll ever meet.
Oh yeah,
they give you the shirt off his back, and he's been helping out.
Because he's got a bikini on underneath it, so he give you.
Yeah, he's not worried about it.
Right, he can take it.
But I'm just thinking, like, and I'm gonna make fun of him a little bit, and he'll probably call and cuss me out tomorrow. But all the same,
he'd be all right.
Can you imagine driving by his house and he's out there cutting grass?
That would be great.
That
would be great. Randy, I dare you to do that. If you're not doing that, which it's all right. It's almost Christmas, so. But when summertime comes, when that grass gets to growing, if you don't Randy Porter, if you don't cut grass in that American flag bikini, you don't have a hair on your ass.
And that'd be probably the second video on
That's
MTV
right.
Ridiculousness.
Yeah. Just think about how much you could get on there.
Or Channel 9. Whatever comes first.
Yeah.
We're not making fun of him. We're just laughing. We're laughing with you, Randy,
That's
not
right.
at you.
That's right. You're a good cat.
Yeah, very good guy. So last time last time you were on the show, we was discussing, and I remember this vividly because you got cut off, but last time we were on here, you were talking about Hank Sr.
Hank Williams Sr.
going to, not being in the Opry. Now, Garth Brooks, a couple of weeks ago,
Don't get me started on this.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's up and down, but allegedly, Hank, not Hank, but Waylon Jennings and Garth Brooks actually had heat. Did you know this?
Well, I'm going to tell you who'd be on the winning end of that. Waylon would have stomped a mud hole in Garth's ass. And you know what? He could probably still do it, and he's been dead for how many years.
And he's only got 1 foot.
Yeah.
Or,
I mean, what was the heat about it,
it was kind of like
because Garth's a silly bastard.
Well,
Waylon probably called him a silly bastard.
Probably so.
And then he pouted.
Like that.
Did he cry? Because Garth, why? I can only speak for me, okay? But I'm a pretty, average fella. I'm just a regular Joe everyman. And on those rare occasions where I can scrape up to, $500 or whatever they charging for a damn ticket to a concert now to go see, one of these big name stars, I don't want to see you cry. And I don't give a damn what's going on in the world, all right? Because I got to deal with what's going on in the world every damn day. Every time I turn on the news, I see what's going on, and the damn world's burning down. Well, when I pay my exorbitant amount of money, when I give you my arm and my leg and the title to my firstborn child so I can come see you play music, I don't want to watch you whine and cry. I want to be entertained. I want you to get up there and I want you to sing, and I want you to, I want to see some shit blow up, and I want to see the drummer flip around or whatever, whatever your deal is, that's fine, but I don't want to see you cry, okay? And Garth Brooks will get up there and cry like a little girl, which I never did like the bastard, all right? I'll go on record and say I never did like the bastard. I'll say this: he was an and he is, he is an entertainer. For some reason or another, people like him. But I've met more than one person like that. Okay, I sure enough knew something was wrong when he did that Chris Gaines bullshit. Now that dude's got some problems. He got some problems. But like they say, nobody wants, especially in the world of country music. Now, look, if you can get up there and sing like some James Taylor kind of songs or something, if you want these, sensitive guys that's singing about,
and there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing, absolutely not. Look, and absolutely not. I like James Taylor. Okay. But what I'm saying is, in the world of country music, all right, most of the people,
You're rapping.
Yeah, but and that's not country music. But in the world of country music, that's working people. Okay, that's your music is bought and listened to by working people. And now all I see is a bunch of little fellas who got. All right, first off, no man should wear jeans that's got rhinestones on the pockets on your ass. All right, that shouldn't happen at all for any reason. All right, for any reason. They all got the same damn haircut, and it's pop song. And somebody said on the radio this morning, it's pop songs with a damn banjo. That's all it is now.
Pretty much.
Get on there and sing about something real. Sing about something that happens. I don't want to hear all this fruity shit. Sing about something that happens. You know what I'm saying? Sing about, what's wrong with what happened to the prison song? What happened to the drinking song? What happened to the cheating song? I'm not saying these things are right, okay? I'm not advocating that lifestyle, but they happen. And they happen more in the world of those who buy and listen to country music, the working, the common people. They happen more in that world than they do in the Lady Gaga world. Okay, for example.
Well, actually, Lady Gaga is kind of real about her stuff.
Well, yeah.
She's singing, feeling her, and
You're right.
I mean, her music has feeling. Lady Gaga, the thing is, if you lined up Justin Moore, and I'm going to be honest, if you lined up Luke Bryan, Justin Moore, and I don't, whoever else.
I couldn't tell the difference between none of them.
Right. There's nothing that sets them aside. There's nothing unique about them. They all sing about trucks.
Yeah. Silly ass.
I don't want to hear about nobody's truck.
Well, at least... I'll say this. Brad Paisley. All right. I'm not a big Brad Paisley fan. I don't like most of his songs. But at least, he's a good musician. Okay? At least at that. He's a hell of a guitar player.
Right.
But who else is? It's Prince. And that little bastard, you know what? I love him to death. I'll tell anybody that. Now he's the sumbitch is a musical genius. I'll say that. I'll say it. And Mud 2 said it today. You can put that down, folks. But that something's got to happen. Yeah, this foolishness has to stop. And Garth Brooks must be stopped. Now, Garth, you need to stop. Just stop it. What was wrong? You got tired of sitting at the house?
Well, I mean, that was his plan from get-go.
Yeah.
To get his kids through school and all that good stuff, and then come back and go through with the, start back with the touring and start back with all that good stuff, which is awesome. It's good.
Hey, look, man, I get it. If people talk about retirement, one of these days I'm going to retire, and I think it'll be all right. I don't think, I'm going to have a problem sitting at the house. But, how about, because I heard some of his new album. That's some hokey ass shit. I'm not going to cut, you know me, I ain't going to pull no punches. That's some hokey ass shit. He got one song where it's a baby talking to God. And don't get me wrong, I'm not here to get in a religious debate with you people. Mm-mm. Okay, I'm not doing that. Okay. But what I will say is that's a hokey ass song. It's really hokey. And it's that needs to stop. Let's stop the hokiness, people. Can we stop the hokiness? I'm gonna send a shout out. I'm gonna send it. Listen to me. I'm sending a shout out to Rick Watson in Austin, Texas.
That's it.
Because Rick keeps it real.
He does.
Now Rick keeps it real, and that bunch, them people that he plays with over there, they keeps it real. They keeps it real.
He keeps it real in his real life. I mean, he share a picture. His refrigerator looked like it's from like 1950.
That's why he's in that whole deal. He finds his old stuff, and gets it all looking good. Like me, if I had something from 1950, it'd be all rusted out.
Yeah. I was gonna fix it.
Yeah, wouldn't keep nothing cold.
Right.
Be blowing smoke out the back. But no, that kind of stuff. That's what I like. I get in there and find you an identity. But I mean, I get it. I mean, these dudes, they just want to make some money. Most of these guys, they don't come from nothing. I know how it goes, and they end up in Nashville, and they starve to death for a while, till somebody figures out that they might be pretty, and then they say, hey, you can sing a little bit. Well, look, if you will sell me your soul, and every bit of uniqueness that you have about you, I can make you a lot of money. And them guys say, you know what? I'm tired of living on potted meat and crackers and lifesavers and cheap wine. I think I'll do that.
Right.
And
then they wind up living on.
And then I hate them. I just flat, Now, I don't hate them. I don't hate them as much as I hate, like Alabama fans. I hate Alabama. But
shout out to Alabama.
Yeah, nothing wrong with the state. Hey, look, nothing wrong with the state. All right, nothing wrong with. I like y'all have a beautiful state. All right, Gulf Shores is a fine town. Okay, but I can't stomach that Alabama. I cannot do it. I can't. I'm sorry. Y'all can hate on me all you want to, and
please hate on him.
Yeah. Because I'm gonna tell you something. Now you don't poke the monster, okay? And I'm gonna know if you are, because Santa Claus is watching, and he tells me and him's tight. But I can't go there. But I got off subject anyway. Just try to be real. Just try to be real. And I don't even care what you're saying. I don't care what you're saying. I don't care if you're doing cover tunes or you doing, something original. Don't hoke it out, man. This hokiness has to stop. It has to stop. I mean, people, and I don't know, I guess maybe, people are just utterly retarded nowadays, and they just, evidently they got more money than they got sense, and they just throw it away on just foolishness like this. But I'm not one of them people, and I try to conduct myself as somebody. Whenever I do get a chance to be around musicians, the ones that know me, actually, kind of half-ass give a shit what I think about them, and I'm the same way. But for somebody to just completely and utterly just sell out, I just really, really don't like that. I dislike it strongly.
Yes, indeed. Well, that's your opinion. Nothing against the Alabama fans. Nothing against.
All right, look. Don't take it personal. All right, I mean it's just okay. For foot. Look, I'll say it's just for football season, right? It's just for football season, because the rest of the time, like when y'all playing basketball, y'all all right people. Baseball.
It's been a while since he's been on the air, folks.
It is. And look, at LSU had a shitty season this year, and I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about it. That's okay. That's all right. It is what it is. We're going to the, like the Beanie Weenie Bowl or something up in Nashville, Music City Bowl, playing Notre Dame. And I don't know how that's going to work out. We'll probably beat the hell out of them. But the thing about Notre Dame is they got I think the Pope calls in plays or something, and they got Touchdown Jesus, you know. And, yeah, well, I mean, that's the, you know, yeah, well, you ever seen Touchdown Jesus? Bro, they got at Notre Dame. It's like on one side of the football field is one of the school buildings on campus. There is a picture of Jesus doing the "It's good" signal.
Really?
Yes, I can't believe you've never seen it. And they call it Touchdown Jesus. I mean, it's the Lord doing this.
Right.
Yes. And I know this is radio. You can't, see me doing, but I'm doing the "It's good," okay, signal. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And so, you got to beat that. That's hard to beat. They go to lighting candles and stuff. It's hard to beat. But I think the Tigers will be victorious. And I will go on record right now and say, even though it tastes bad in my mouth when I say it, I think Alabama's going to win a national championship again. I don't like it. I don't like it, but I'm going to, I'll accept it. And I will congratulate, you people. And I'm not saying that in a derogatory fashion. I will congratulate, I think, they going out of the four. God, I hope it's out of them in Florida State, and I hope they beat the piss out of Florida State.
I wish I could say something on that, but I don't. I mean, I hate to be the oddball out. I don't watch football.
That's all right. And look, this isn't a sports show, okay? But hey, we just talking about shit, right? Hey, look, we friends, huh? Me and you. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you out there. You sitting somewhere.
Maybe in traffic.
Maybe at the house. Maybe at work. Yeah, you might be in jail. I don't know. I don't know where you are. But we friends. We talking. We just talking. And yeah, I know if you like Alabama, I just pissed you off.
If you like Garth Brooks.
If you like Garth Brooks, all right, look, if you like Garth Brooks, all right, first off, you need to stop liking him. Because when you like Garth Brooks, the terrorists win. How about that?
Wow.
I'm going there with it, right? I mean, it's you need to stop. And I wish I would like to reach out to Garth, and you know what? All people say, well, he got more money than you ever gonna have. That's right. He's got hats that's worth more than my house, I'm sure, and that's fine.
But you ain't funny nice.
But you know what? Right. And you know what? My ass don't get up in front of a bunch of damn people and cry like a baby. I don't do it. And I'm not going to get political with him. I don't care what the man's views are on anything like that. This is strictly as a music, as him being an entertainer and me being the entertained, okay, that does not entertain me. And I think, I've talked to people who were big Garth Brooks fans up until recently, and I think they're getting tired of that foolishness. First off, he's too damn old to be doing that bullshit. He got away with that bullshit. Like he come out, he's doing this country stuff, right? Then he comes out with that song, I will sail my vessel unto the river. What the hell was that? All right, he's got. He's playing, conga drum. I will sail my vessel. Oh, am I going to have to pay BMI now? Y'all can suck it. All right. But
I'm going to have to put that disclaimer on the front of this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Don't let your kids listen to this. Because Mudtooth's got the ass. But, it's, what was that foolishness? What was that foolishness?
Honestly, I've never been.
And I swear to you, if I hear Friends in Low Places one more time, I'm just laying on the railroad track. I'm just laying on the railroad track. I'm getting drunk.
I'm just going to end it all.
I'm just going to get drunk and lay on the railroad track.
I've never been Garth Brooks. He's had some songs that come out. It was pretty good. I've never been one.
I agree.
Listen, I've always been.
I can't think of what they are off the top of my head, but I agree.
Friends in Low Places. And then they got the Shameless, but I think that was that's Billy Joel actually.
Yeah,
I think Billy Joel was the one. Come on, and I mean Garth Brooks don't even know the chords on the guitar to that song.
Well, you know what?
He made $1 million.
But you know what? Garth, boy, he'd make and I know you. I wish you could see me. All right, so but when he'd sing and he'd make that fist, and he'd I'm saying he'd get all shaking and shit, Hokey, you a hokey ass. Oh my God.
Well, in at any rate, I mean, Alabama Garth Brooks. Is there anything else that you could say? I guess before we go over to the Wayne Toups, or me and Wayne Toups interview, in which we're fixing, I guess we'll pay a few bills, and then
folks,
this will be the Mud Tooths, the final thought, so to speak.
Folks, Christmas time's coming. Santa Claus is watching. Don't think he ain't. And I know you're going to sit there and say, well, I don't believe in Santa Claus. Well, you better get right. Now is the time to get right, because I'm going to tell you something. You're going to wish you did. You go on act like he ain't there. Now, my mama knows I believe in Santa Claus. I'll tell anybody, he's real. He's real as I am. Okay? And you better watch, because he's watching you. You don't know where he's at, but he's watching you right now. He's looking in your window. And anyway,
misdemeanor. I mean,
that's Santa Claus, man.
Okay.
He can get away with, he's got a pass.
Okay.
He has actually it's like a special dispensation, and it has the seal on it and everything, and it says he can look in your window. As long as you're not dressing or something, it's okay. Now, other than that, get ready, because we're gonna be doing some more of this.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We're gonna. I'm so glad to be back with all, because y'all are my friend. I
they
like.
Couldn't wait for you to come back.
I like, and I missed them too. But yeah, I'm glad to be back, and looking forward to big things out of my friend Russell here. He's got things going on. This thing really
surprised us.
Well, I mean, it really got a life of its own, and
it's
man, I had no idea.
For me,
I know, and I'm happy about that. And I did not realize, us sitting down at your kitchen table,
that it was going to turn into this.
When in the middle of an ice storm and kept losing power, that I had no idea that it was going to turn into the next thing. You interviewing this one, that one, and another one.
Right.
You working for a record company and all this. That's great. That's great.
It is.
And look, to the people at the record company, don't fuss at him for the views of Mud Tooths do not necessarily represent the views of RDM. Okay?
No, and they
if I go off on Garth Brooks, that's just me, right? That's me.
They totally understand. And there's a few of them there with views of their own too about
good enough
different things. But
I just don't want to get you in trouble.
No, you can never. But yeah, I mean it's fun. We got Wayne Toups this week. I mean, I've interviewed the likes of Michael Grimm has been on the show. Man, there's been some actors in which I'm not really going to be focusing more on actors anymore. It's going to be Sounds of Louisiana, in which we'll focus on Louisiana musicians, and then there'll be a show that's going to be coming out on Wednesdays where I'll be talking to recording artists from all around the world, such as Nick West. You can check her out at nickwest.com. She is a female bass player who has played with Prince and has worked with Prince. And
you have cool points.
Dude, look her up. NIK. That's Nick.
That's why I'm talking to you, Nick. If you played with Prince, that's pretty cool.
And tomorrow, I talk with Miss. It'll be pre-recorded, but Craig Doswalt, who was the personal manager for Axl Rose of Guns N' Roses fame. That'll be, I think.
But he had his hands full.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about some of that because he was there just in time. I mean, when he come in, I think he was there at the time whenever Nirvana and all of that stuff started heating up. Was her name Courtney? Courtney Love and Kurt Cobain and Axl Rose actually had a big falling out at the MTV Music Awards, and he was like involved with that, and he was involved with a lot of other stuff.
Axl he just went out the box, and he was like hitting people in the head with wine bottles and shit. It was crazy.
We'll talk about that, and he also had a cure. He actually, I talked to Craig not too long ago, and just to get some, information and stuff for the interview, but he was telling me Axl right before they realized how serious Freddie Mercury, how bad off he was with AIDS, or with HIV or sickness or whatever. Mm-hmm. That Axl Rose and a bunch of these other guys in L.A. that was rock stars actually pulled together and found a doctor that supposedly could have cured him. But by the time that it all, evolved and everything, it was too late.
Well, if I remember correctly about Freddie Mercury, he denied, and then one day he said, I got AIDS, and the next day he dropped dead.
Really?
If you Google that and check it out, and somebody out there Google and make sure that that's right, but I'm almost positive that's how it happened.
But we got Wayne Toups.
But back then there was a certain stigma that's not there today. It was still back then people didn't look at AIDS the way they do now.
As serious as
well, back then it was, it was like if you had it, and anybody won't have nothing to do with you, right?
Right.
It was, people just stigmatized. It was, it was a homosexual thing, and people looked down on that. It wasn't as open as it is today, and so, and that's why you had people. They would have it and they just wouldn't say nothing to nobody, especially if they was, in the public eye. Because I remember like Rock Hudson, he you don't even know who that is. He was an actor.
Yeah, I know who Rock Hudson is, man.
And I think he had it, but couldn't nobody believe it. It's like, what? Rock Hudson, huh? What?
Right.
Know, and so that's why I think it went down the way it did.
Well, I mean, we got him. And then I got, like I said, Nick West. I got a whole slew. 2015 is probably going to be even bigger than this year. I laid the foundation for all of this, and it's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of sleepless nights for me. But I mean,
you need your beauty sleep.
Yeah, Lord, do I. But for this, I mean, we've reached out. We got in the near future Chubby Checker coming on the show.
Let's twist again like we did last summer, baby.
Shout out to Miss Shelley Field, who is his she handles all of his affairs and stuff. And
you was about to call her his handler.
Yeah.
She kimchi now?
Pretty much.
Y'all wrestling people to get that.
Right. Speaking of wrestling, rest in peace, Jimmy Del Rey. Gigolo, Jimmy Del Rey.
Oh, yeah?
He had an accident a couple weeks ago, or a week or so ago. And yeah, he's going to the big ring in the sky, so to speak.
Oh, but darn.
But, yeah, we got him. We've reached out, talked with, what's his, Lord have mercy, Hella High Water. He's
T. Graham Brown.
T. Graham Brown, who actually lived in Louisiana for a while. He's going to be on the show. And, I mean, being with the record company, which, I mean, having that.
He sang, I played a show with him one time.
Was it before or after he was turning wine into water?
I don't remember, but he was like pretty eccentric. Like he was wearing pajamas and shit.
He's very down to earth, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, he wasn't wearing them like doing the gig. It was like as soon as it was, I don't know. Dude can sing. I'll give him that. I mean, he got a good voice. And he was a good cat. He's real nice. I'll say that. Real nice. But, he's hanging out in his pajamas.
Yes, indeed.
Like talking to people.
we'll be talking with him. We'll be talking with. I mean, there's a whole slew. I mean, there's things come in every day, and it surprises me because every once in a while I catch myself sitting at the at my station, I guess, in my living room.
Your workstation.
Yeah, in front of the computer, during the day, and it hit me like, what the hell?
You need to build you a cubicle.
What the hell am I doing? Who, and your phone will ring and it'll be from New York, and they leave a big message for, it's crazy. And then, a couple of weeks ago, I announced that I'd left the studio, the Sizzling Studio. I wish them best in their endeavors. But I remember, I had nothing bad to say about them people, but, it was let known that I would never make it without them or without their tools. And 2 weeks after being gone from there, for me and for this, the bottom really dropped out for me. I mean, it blew up bigger than what I ever expected. And now I'm pretty much running I guess you could say almost like a entertainment empire. I mean, on one side,
it's my empire.
A&R, right? And radio promotions for the largest independent music group in the world, and it's a legit thing. I mean, there's artists, they got them in Billboard. I mean, it's something I get people want me to review their music every day. I get music in the mail. I talk to people that I never thought I would ever talk to. I mean, for a guy with an 8th grade education from the backwoods of La Ronge, Louisiana, to be sitting there doing this it's crazy sometimes. But at any rate, we still got to get paid, so don't forget to go to the, rrnonline.com. That's Radio Random Network, rrnonline.com. And support us in any way. Rate, review, subscribe. And
please do.
I guess it's been almost an hour, and we still got 30 minutes to go. So we're going to pay some bills, and then when we come back, stick with us. I'm going to talk to the one and only, the boss, Grammy Award winner, Louisiana's own Wayne Toups, right here on the Radio Random Network. Sounds of Louisiana. Anything to say before we go, Mud?
Word. I'm bringing that back. Y'all, I want all y'all to help me.
Hashtag it.
Yeah, I want all y'all to help me. Now, the next time it's, and you got to be a certain age to know how to use that in a sentence, right? But if, the next time that it happens that you can use it, use it. I say, if you're in court.
If you're in court?
If you're in court and they swearing you in and they say, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth? You say, word.
And please let us know when you do it.
Please try to get it on video.
Yes.
But just say word.
Yes, indeed.
If the next time a police officer stops you and he says, license registration, you give me license registration, you say, you know how fast you were going? You say word.
Yeah. Just throw it out there.
Just say word. I mean, don't do it disrespectfully. Just say word.
No, don't holler at it.
Yeah, don't get out
no.
None of that. But just say word, and I'll promise you, he'll probably, if he's old enough, he'll probably get a little grin on his face. It might help you out.
Might.
Yeah, I'm not guaranteeing you anything, but But let's bring that back. We're gonna bring word back.
Word. How would you like to be the next $1 million winner at DraftKings.com? How would you like a shot at winning that $1 million for free? Thought you might like that. All you have to do, folks, is go to DraftKings.com right now and use my promo code RRNLive to get a free entry into the $10 million Fantasy Football World Championships. This is an opportunity for you to make up for the money that you lost in the season-long league. At DraftKings.com, you pick your team in minutes, and you don't have to worry about injuries or suspensions. Go to DraftKings.com right now and use my promo code RRNLive to get a free entry into the $10 million Fantasy Football World Championships. That's a free shot at becoming the world's next millionaire. Promo code RRNLive at DraftKings.com. Today on the Radio Random Network, I am honored. This is the relaunch of Sounds of Louisiana. And all this time, we've been focusing on local and regional musicians. And today, we are joined by the Well, he's an innovator, and he's also in a creative mindset. I guess he invented his own genre, Zydecajan. He's a Grammy Award winner, and he's Louisiana's favorite son. It's my honor today to talk to none other than Le Boss, Wayne Toups. Mr. Wayne Toups, how are you doing today, my friend?
I'm doing good, my friend. How are you?
Awesome. I'm kind of marking out a little bit, you know. As we talked before we started, I've been playing live music since I was 15 years old. I'm 30 now, and if you're in Louisiana and you have a band, you know, any you want some slow jams or you want to make the crowd hit the floor, you got to play some Wayne Toups. So been covering your music for years, you know. That's somebody we traveled when we did Tupelo Honey, and and somebody said, "That's hey, you doing some Van Morrison?" It's like, no, man, that's Wayne Toups.
Well, you know, I'd love to claim that, but you know, that is a great Van Morrison tune that I redid 20 years after he done it. It's been really good for us. It's a great tune. As a matter of fact, you know, I recorded that tune before I heard the original version by Van Morrison. The guitar player in the band was doing the song on some of our shows, and the guy who signed it to Mercury back in '88, Steve Popovich, requested that I would do the song and put it on the Blast from the Bayou CD, and it come out that way. You know, I hadn't heard the original. I just went by what the guitar player was doing, and I just kind of made it my own. You know.
Yes, indeed. So Wayne, let's go back a little bit. Let's talk about how it all began. Where did this all happen with the music thing? I mean, was it something that was always in your household?
Well, you know what? I think it probably trickled down from one of my uncles that played a little accordion, you know. But we always listened to you know, this Cajun the Cajun music and our heritage, you know, all of my young life. My brother listened to it, my dad listened to it, and, you know, my uncle, my whole family listened to Cajun music. I mean, I grew up listening to Ira LeJeune and Delton Richard and Elvis Roger. You know, and later on, you know, Cookie Chenier and Dewey Boffa and Nathan Asher and all them. The music has been in my blood, so you would think the first instrument somebody would pick up would be a guitar, but I picked up an accordion, and the rest is history. The good Lord gave me this wonderful gift. My brother taught me my first song back in 1972, the beginning of '72, and it was just, you know, like a whirlwind. You know, I picked it up like wildfire, and I went with it. And here I am today talking with you on the telephone. It's been a great ride. You know, we've had ups and downs, but more ups than downs. And you know, I thank the good Lord for continuing to guide me in the right direction. And that's definitely one person I don't want to let down. You know.
Amen. Now you said something pretty interesting right there. You said, you know, everybody seemed to go for a guitar, and it is very rare to see somebody, especially in today's, I guess, mainstream music, that you know, a front man is either a guitar player or you know, they play the keyboard or piano.
That's right. That's right. You know, but you know, I have to say that, you know, we attended the Grammys, you know, in 2013. When the band Clubio won for Best Regional Roots Music album. And I noticed that there was a few acts that have, it's not a squeeze box, but they are sliding toward that rootsy sound. I mean, Mumford & Son, there was a couple of other bands that were there. They used an accordion in their music, and I was very impressed to see that it's getting a little bit more recognition than it has in the past. You know.
Now, were there any challenges coming up as far as maybe when you first started, like maybe trying to get bookings and whatnot? I mean, did you get any crazy?
Well, listen, it's always a challenge. Everything in life is a challenge. Life is a challenge. It all depends on how far you want to carry yourself. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? What level you're shooting for? I'm shooting for the stars. That's what we do. I mean, professional musicians, and me especially, I really, really continue to enjoy what we do. I mean, it's still a lot of fun, and we're coming out with new material, and the band is really sounding good, and we're having a lot of fun together. So it continues to be a challenge to put this music in the eye of the public. Grant you that, we do not get the media attention as alternative or the big country acts or rock and roll or what have you. But we continue to do dates every year throughout, in and out. We continue to hit the road, and we're booked over 100 times a year. Hoping to do more every time. A new year comes around the corner. We're hoping to do more dates that year. We love to work. We love to share our music, and sometimes it's tough. But that's when you have to dig a little deeper to satisfy yourself, and that's what we do, and we hunger for it every day.
Yes, indeed. What you're talking about shooting for the stars. Now, when you first started, did you ever imagine? Now, I mean, you've had #1 hits and everything else, but you're a 4-time Hall of Fame recipient. Did you ever think you would be Hall of Famer Wayne Toups?
Well, you know what? I truly believe that I'm one of those kind of artists that, I've never done it for the rewards, or I'm sorry, for the awards. It's not about winning awards. It's about, making good music and having fun doing it. Trust me when I say, winning a Grammy and being in the Hall of Fame, I mean, that is just, something that I can't explain how it makes me feel to be in that category with those other musicians. I mean, it's just, it's a phenomenal thing. My feet still haven't come off the ground for the Grammys,
Yes, indeed.
It's pretty amazing. I believe that, we continue to do it because we love the music and we love what we do. And if the awards come, we'll definitely find a place for them to put them up somewhere in the house, and appreciate them like everybody else.
Yes, indeed. And you was talking about your feet not hitting the ground. And just in the past 8 minutes from talking to you now, I know when we started out this interview, I kind of put you on a pedestal, so to speak, in which you are, for me, somebody that's led the way for inspiring musicians that want to follow in your footsteps. But, how do you, with everything that you've accomplished, how do you stay so humble? I mean, what's your secret?
Yeah, you know what? I have a really, really good family, and I have good friends, and I have God in my life, and He continues to guide me down a path where it keeps me humble because I appreciate everything I get, and I look at the Grammy every now and then, and I show pictures of it, and be holding it, and I tell them it's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. I mean, there's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that has went into that. I've cried many a times. I've heard a bunch of times. That's how you make really good songs. And you know what? And the happy times of your life, you get to write some really joyful stuff. So I mean, it goes both ways. And having that balance is what makes good music. You get to learn as you go, and you get to appreciate more and more, even from the good or from the bad and the good. So you have to learn to appreciate that you cannot take anything for advantage of anything. You have to consider that the worst might be around the corner, so you have to do your best every time.
Yes, indeed. Now let's talk a little bit about your music. Now, naturally, I mean, when you think Wayne Toups, you take my hand. That's the song that comes to mind. And can you tell me a little bit about that song? Is that something that was written by you, or was that something that?
But no, I signed a one record deal with Swallow Records out of Bill Platt, Mr. Floyd Swallow, and he pitched that song to me. It was written by a 13-year-old boy by the name of Travis Thibodeau, and I think he had released it about a year before I came out with it, and I thought it was a great song. But he did it a little bit different than what I did. I took it and I made it a Wayne Toups, type of song. And yeah, I thought his cut was good. Everybody thought my cut was great. It's just one of those things. I guess I delivered it the way that everybody wanted to hear it. It's a pretty amazing song, and we get requests for it day in and day out. All the time. Every show we play it every night. And we have to. I mean, they want to hear it at the beginning of the show, but we save it till the last.
Yes, indeed. Now, you talking about your band and everything a little earlier, Zyda Cajun. Now, Mike Birch, is he still, he was your drummer, correct?
Mike Birch is back in the band. Rick Lagneau is back in the band, and Freddie Pate is back in the band. The only player that's not from the Fish Out of Water days is Chevy Foreman and my son, Darryl Wayne Toups.
Oh, okay. Well, and that was another question I was leading to. Your son, he does he still play the percussion in the band?
Sure. Yes, he does. Yes. Mm-hmm.
And let me ask you, what kind of thrill is that to be on stage performing and look over and see your son on stage with you?
Well, it's an amazing feeling. Him and I, we've been through some tough times together. But it's an amazing feeling to look over there and, to see the joy in his face that he enjoys the music as much as I do. And I feed off of that, and it gives me incentive to play harder, and it's exciting.
Yes, indeed. Now, being busy, playing over 100 shows a year, and winning Grammys and being in the Hall of Fame and all that. And we'll talk about this in a little bit. Your new recording project, your new album that will be coming out soon. But what do you do in your downtime? What is something that you Wayne Toups from the stage and Wayne Toups home? I'm sure is two different things. When you flip that switch and you have to pull in and do the honey-do list, so to speak, how do you relax?
Well, me and the wife like to ride our ruckus. We ride bicycles. We like to kayak. I love to play golf. And I love to fish. And you know what? We rarely ever be able to find some time for it, but every now and then we have to make time to kind of enjoy ourselves together because we're always around everybody, So it's a lot of fun. Every now and then I get a chance to go play around the golf. I'm not a golfer, but I love to chase a little white ball and have fun,
Yes, indeed. Now, what do you listen to other than, the stuff that you're recording and everything? But if you were sitting at home and you wanted to listen to some music, what do you listen to? What is your preferred?
Well, you know what? Here lately, we've been listening to the Lady Gaga Tony Bennett record. It's been really, really great.
Really, Lady Gaga Tony Bennett.
It's amazing. She's an amazing talent. Of course, everybody knows Tony Bennett's been an amazing artist for the last 65 years, But she is amazing. The record is amazing. They did a bunch of covers of old, swing tunes from the 40s, 50s, and 60s. I'm sorry, the 20s, 30s, and 40s. And it's pretty amazing. But, I still continue to listen to the Allman Brothers and Amos Lee and Delbert McClinton, Stevie Ray. Of course, we love Zach Brown, and we like Chris Young. So we kind of keep. I have a darling little wife that keeps me in touch with the now sound. I don't like everything, but she will push something on me and see if I like it, and sometimes I do, and it's some of the now music, and it's pretty fun. Like she let me listen to Muppet and Son and the band Fun. That's all great stuff. I really enjoy listening to it.
So, I mean, naturally, I mean, we see it when you perform. I mean, it's just pretty much from the first note, it's just a big ball of energy and great songs and everything. What kind of preparation do you put in, I guess, pre-concert, pre-show, before you go on to entertain? Is there any kind of special ritual?
Well, we all have our own little deal that we go through. Every artist has a certain little thing that he does. Even if football players, baseball, all pro athletes, musicians, they all have their own little deal that they go through before a show. Vocal warm ups. Make sure I drink 2-3 bottles of water. Enjoy the surrounding of the band. Talk to the guys. Lift our spirits up before we go. We thank God. So it's in the afternoons. The day I play, I don't do anything. I try to get my 2.5 hour nap in the afternoon. Those kind of rituals. Of course, I have 2 baby English bulldogs that we have to take care of also. So we have to prepare to send them off if we have to go off for overnight or stuff. So it's a chore. It turns into a chore. I got a 65-pound bulldog named Butkus and a 35-pound bulldog named Bertha, and they're a handful.
Yes, indeed, they're like kids, aren't they?
Yes, they are. They're my babies. So the wife and I got our hands full sometime with that, but you know what? We tend to work it around our schedule, and it works out for us.
Yes, indeed. Now, let's talk a little bit about the cruise that's coming up here in the next couple of months. It's Wayne Toups cruise, correct?
No, it's coming up next Sunday.
Next Sunday? You're leaving next Sunday?
December 7th through 14.
And can you give us a little insight on?
Sure. Yes, we're going to be on the Royal Caribbean Navigator. To attend our concerts, you have to go to a travel agency by the name of Travel Machine out of Lafayette. We still have some cabins open. And it's a great cruise. We go to Falmouth, Jamaica. We go to Grand Cayman. We go to Cozumel. We played 3 concerts on the boat, maybe 4. Our special guest is T.K. Hewlin and Ryan Foray. The shows are between 2 and 2.5 hours a night. It's a lot of fun. This is our 3rd one, and we're always excited about getting together with our friends and having a party for 7 days. We get off at each port of call. There's a Travel Machine sets up a party at one of the hot spots, and they play Wayne Toups music and stuff, and we have a good time.
Now you just spoke about Ryan Foray, and he's from the famous Foray family with the music and everything. Is that somebody that maybe you kind of mentor a little bit? Because I noticed there's a lot of when you listen to his music, you can hear I guess that Zydeco-Cajun influence, so to speak.
Well, you know what, he's never said, but I feel that those young guys like that they grew up listening to what I was doing. I think they get a hold to that soulfulness that I sing with. Of course, I learned that from also listening to Aretha Franklin and Otis Redding and Percy Sledge and Ray Charles. So I mean, they've probably grabbed a few little things that I've done over the years. But I mean, there's a bunch of special artists down south that they could have learned all that stuff. I learned from singing from T.K. Hewlin, one of the best singers out of Louisiana. And still to this day, he's 72, I believe. and still can blow our socks off when he sings. He's amazing.
Yes, indeed. For us,
You know, so
go ahead.
We're all close knit. We all have our different views on what we do, you know, musically. But when we come together, it's definitely a joyful feeling to have that musical gumbo of three different artists that, you know, do different kinds of music. And you know, we're going to be using my band to play anything. Those kinds of stuff's really wonderful. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I look forward to it. And that is December 7th, Sunday. We're leaving out of Galveston.
And you'll be back just in time to hit the Texas Club in Baton Rouge, correct? December 19th.
I'll be at the Texas Club on the 19th. Yes, sir.
That's right here by the house. I'll probably make some arrangements to come out and hang out with you guys.
Awesome, man. And, you know, we're also we're doing Cypress Bayou Casino on the 27th. And then we're doing a free New Year's Eve concert at Evangeline Downs.
Wow, that's awesome. Free. On New Year's Eve. Where else you can't go anywhere for free on New Year's Eve, man. How did they pull that off?
Well, you know what? I talked to him last week, and he says, look, man, I just talked to the director, and we want to do a free concert. I said, are you serious? He says, yes, sir. I said, well, that is great, man. You know what? I can't wait to start promoting it. So it's going to be us and TKU Land. It's going to be a free concert New Year's Eve at Evangeline Downs.
Yes, indeed. Now, the last few minutes of the interview here, let's talk a little bit about your future projects. Now, before we started the interview, you was telling me that you've been traveling back and forth to Nashville. And
yes, sir.
You have a new album, or I guess it'll be coming out in the near future. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
You know what? I've been working on this recording project for 2.5 years. I carefully picked and chose the songs from some great writers that I know. Randy Boudreaux and I have written 2 of them together. And Mr. James Stroud is producing the record, and Jake Burns is our engineer. They're just amazing guys that have made this project really, really flourish. We recorded it. We did the tracking at Dockside Studios in Milton, Louisiana. And we did a lot of overdubbing there, and also at Studio 6 up in Nashville at Loud Music Studios with Mr. James Stroud and them. And I have to tell you, it's an amazing project. I have some very special guests that have come to to play and sing on it, and I look forward to the release of it. To me, I've never sounded better. It sounds real good, and we are so excited about it.
Yes, indeed. So we can be expecting some brand new songs.
Well, you know what? We are hoping and praying that by spring it should be available. We're definitely shooting for that spot. So.
Well, let me ask you, Mr. Wayne, what is the process of elimination whenever you're picking and choosing songs to put on your album?
Yeah, you know what? I pick songs that fit what I do, what I can actually do to make the song mine, but also stay within my limits of vocal ability, and just good songs that I can make people believe. Picking songs, it's not an easy thing to do. And I just don't want to pick just any song. I feel that the public deserves a full record of good songs, not 3 or 4 good songs and then fillers. No, if they're going to buy my music, they should be able to get their money's worth. And what I do is I try to pick songs that everybody can like. But I have to like the song first.
Right.
And this is my 16th or 17th record. So, I have a pretty good record of trying to find some really good songs to where my fans are alike. And, hopefully we can pick up some new fans by maybe stretching the rules a little bit. And that's all I'm going to tell you about it,
Well, hey, I can find out more. The listeners can find out more by going to www.wayntoups.com to keep up with.
Well, you know what? And listen, being an artist, you have to continue to expand.
That's right.
You expand on what's being played, what people are liking. How can I incorporate that into a Wayne Toups sound? Even if I have to nudge a little bit toward, you're still gonna hear the squeeze box, and you're gonna still hear my southern accent,
Yes, indeed.
But it's my job to explore the possibilities that, we can sound on the level of everybody else's sound at today's sound, So, and that's why I was so excited when James Stroud came in, and his record speaks for itself. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, indeed. Now, before I let you go, Mr. Wayne, is there any inspiring words of advice that you can give to up and coming musicians that might want to follow in your footsteps?
Well, you know what? I mean, I believe that, staying true to yourself and having a good Lord in your life and staying humble. You continue to try to improve on the qualities of your instrument and, your singing, your musical abilities. You try to improve on that all the time. Now, you can't concentrate for half the time and expect to play it all the time. You have to concentrate on it all the time. You have to want the whole ball of wax to be able to succeed in this business. I mean, and listen, some of us got it, some of us don't. I mean, that's just the way it goes. It's the good Lord that gets involved and gives us this wonderful talent that we're able to proceed forward. And some of us call it success, some of us call it lucky,
Yes,
or fortunate, I can, I always say that, I feel very fortunate that I was given this ability and this gift to be able to play and separate myself from and really separate. I still continue to play the traditional music, but I also continue to advance and play cutting edge, and it's exciting. And every now and then, I go back and I play those old songs that I grew up on because I love playing them. I mean, that's what I grew up with. That's the heart and soul of Wayne Toups. The tradition is so wonderful down in South Louisiana. I wouldn't trade it for nothing in the world. The music, the food, and the people are just they're irreplaceable. And I love them, and I'm going to continue to love them. But I'm not going to stop trying to progress musically and, try to get the music that I grew up on to expand it to the world. They need to hear how much fun we have and how good our music is. And if it takes me going to another 20 or 30 countries, then I would love that.
Amen. Amen. And Mr. Wayne, on behalf of myself, my co-host Mudtooth, our listeners, who we call the Party Animal Nation, and
Party Animal Nation.
That's
all right,
it, man. And all the on behalf of all inspiring musicians out there that has spent many nights in the honky tonks playing your music and I guess looking up to you in a way to lead the way. I want to say
that's flattering.
I want to say
very
thank
flattering.
you very much for your sharing your talents with the world. And
thank you.
It has been an honor to sit here for the past 30 minutes and allow you or you allow me to take your time today and for you to share your story with us. And I hope you all the best. And
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much, my friend.